Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Gumball here coming at you with a fresh new upload. Happy New Year, everybody, first and foremost. I had a pretty good Christmas. I hope you guys did as well. I got a new mic, I got a new chair, and I got a pretty nice new desk. So the whole stream setup is looking a lot cleaner. Anyways, today I also have a new Roxiechomp list. So if you don't know, Roxiechomp has been my main and pretty much only expanded deck since Collinsville. Back in, I think, late February, early March. Around there. Right after Sword and Shield. I believe it was the first tournament where Sword and Shield was legal. And it was also the last major event of the last major expanded event of the season before it got canceled. And if you also don't know, I placed top 16 with Roxiechomp, also being the highest placing Roxiechomp in day 2. And I also uploaded a video of this deck in, I believe, May, with a version of the deck playing Koffing and Scoop Up Net whenever Rebel Clash was new. So, I don't mean to brag, but I am the first one that was playing Koffing in the deck. The list that most people are using is basically my engine, which is just like 2 Zig, 2 Koffing, Scoop Up Nets, and then a lot more consistency, cutting a lot of the techs like Comfy and Mimikyu that the deck used to play. So the deck is still overall the same, but there are a few unique different spins that I put onto the deck. But I guess let's go over it real quick. It's pretty simple. Calamity Slash does 160. If your opponent has any damage counters already on them, then you do 240 base, right? It's Psychic Dragon Colorless, so you set that up with a double Dragon Energy and a Coco Prism. So you can set up Calamity Slash in one turn, and you can start OHKOing things on turn 1. So this is your main attacker. We also have Zig. The reason Zig is here is because Koffing only places damage counters if you use Roxie. So if you miss Roxie, or if you hit a Roxie but only hit one Koffing, you can also hit the Zig pings and like Scoop Up Net the Zig to place damage counters without needing the Roxie, right? This also comes in handy whenever you do plays like Guzma, Great Catcher, whenever you gust things, or snipe things, or you just need to swing harder than 270. So, this matters more specifically against ADP, because ADP has 280, so with the 240 base, you need to have 2 pings and a muscle band attached in order to OHKO the ADP. Every other tag team is just 1 ping and muscle band, but another good thing that is very good about Zig, I said good twice in that sentence. Jesus Christ. Is that, because you can reuse Zig pings with Koffing in the same turn, you don't need Muscle Band for a lot of your tag team KOs. If you were to, let's see, Roxie away a Koffing, bench a Zig, and then Scoop Up Net that same Zig, you can put 3 damage counters on board and swing for 270. That still kills other tag teams like Chomp, right? Another attacker that you have in here is Guznag. Guznag's mainly here for Chaotic Order, but it's also very niche in certain matchups like the Mirror with 280 HP, because if they ever whiff a KO, or they start putting damage while this is on the bench and miss a gust or just don't gust, then you can just propagate your egg and then Violent Appetite and heal all the damage. So they have to go for Muscle Band, 2 pings, and KO this thing in 1 turn if they want to kill it. And other than that, Jet Pierce is also able to kill a lot of 2-prizers like Bat, Lele, Dedenne. And Bat and Lele specifically are kind of nice to be able to OHKO, because with no damage counters, Calamity Slash does not kill Bat or Lele unless you have a Muscle Band. But having Muscle Band or 1 ping is still pretty likely. It's more so just if you're already having the Guznag on the board. It's really good. Mainly there for Chaotic Order, though. Chaotic Order just closes out games really easily. Chomp usually takes a 1 big KO, gusts something, usually, and then just Chaotic Order for game. Or you just take 2 big KOs or just keep swinging until you lose or win. There's a lot of ways this deck can win. We're also playing a 1-1 Noivern, mainly for Sonic Volume. Distort is also a very good attack, but Sonic Volume is going to be the way that you win, not win, but it's a really good tech for the Mirror. It's how you beat Plume, because without this card, you cannot beat Vileplume, the basic locking one. And there's also other matchups like Mew3 where it's just really good against. It auto-wins Max Lax because you go Pseudo Swell in Sonic Volume and just start sniping their fucking Chinchinos. Or if they play Zoro over Chinchina, you can snipe other things too. Mainly just there for Sonic Volume. If you in them, lock down their draw support and keep swinging, it's going to be very hard for them to hit, like, what? Muck, Energy, Stadium, Blower, Pokemon. They basically have to hit a 5-card combo off an in. And even if it's not an in, they still have to find a 5-card combo, including the Ranger, which is a 1 of, while their bench is locked. So, needless to say, Noivern fucks up a lot of things. And other than that, it's just a lot of Techmons, like your one Sudowoodo. This is good against more decks than just the Max Lax. It's really good in the mirror. It's so good crippling the bench in the mirror. It's also good against other like turbo decks like Pika. It's some situationally good against one prizers like Mad Party. It's just a good card to have. In my opinion, it is the best starter in the deck because it's something that you can float to. Like, you don't want to start any of your attackers because you want them to be on the bench so you can Coco Prism Retreat. But you also don't want to start any of your techs like Zig, Egg, or Koffing, because if you do, you have to Scoop Up Net them so you can actually get use out of them. And you don't want to start any of your support mons like Bat, Dedenne, or Lele, because if you start them, then you can't use their abilities. So, Sudowoodo, by default, is just the best starter in the deck because everything else sucks to start. 2 Egg. This basically gives you free discards on every single thing you want. And when the deck is already pretty much running on a Roxie engine to discard Koffings to put damage on board, assuming you don't have Koffings in hand, you can also just Egg and then Roxie, which you would think is inferior to Juniper. And in some situations it is, but at the same time, it's also really good building a bigger hand with Roxie. Because it's really, like, you don't want to discard energies, you don't want to discard support mons, you don't want to discard, like, damage pings potential. And in certain matchups, you also don't want to discard things like Swell. That's pretty much the whole Pokemon line. It's pretty streamlined. The supporter line, we're playing 2 Roxie. It's your main draw supporter. Roxie isn't always useful, especially under ability lock, so we play with 1 Juniper. We're also playing 1 In. In lets you cripple both players if you need to. In general, just resetting your opponent's hand is really good. It's also shuffle draw. 1 Guzma. This needs Guzma. You should never not be playing Guzma in any expanded deck. And then Faba. I have no clue why nobody's playing this card. All of the Roxie lists except for mine are not running Faba, which is dumb. Faba is stupid good in so many matchups. Mainly other Double Dragon Energy matchups. Like, it matters sometimes against ADP, because if you can stop Ultimate Ray, or you can get rid of tools, it's really good. It's mainly that it's good in the mirror, and it's good against Pult Garb. It's good against Pult Garb because it's not an item, although versus Seeker is, but it lets you refresh how many tools you can, like, it's not just Blower. Otherwise, you have 1 Blower to get rid of Garbotoxin, and that's it. Faba, it's like, okay, cool, I can get rid of the float on Garb multiple times throughout a game. And that's very good. It's also stupid good in the mirror. I've won games in the mirror. I've won best of 3s in the mirror just by going Faba Double Dragon, linear attack. Or just Faba Double Dragon, Sonic Volume, Faba Double Dragon, Distort. There are so many ways that Faba can just win the mirror by getting rid of energies. Especially if your opponent is just not playing them, because that implies that they price them. And that comes in, that comes in another interesting tech that I came up with this deck. So that's the entire supporter line. It's pretty thin. 2 float, 2 band. It's a streamlined, just consistent tool set. You don't really need more. You don't really want less. 2 swell. I've seen a few lists that cut down to 1, and while I don't disagree, I also think 2 swell is optimal. Just keeping shit like Silent Lab out of play is good against Helmet. Not that Helmet's that good of a deck that you should already be beating. But it's also good against Eggrow, because Eggrow is a matchup where you need to win quick or you will always lose. If you give them time to set up multiple Pokemon with Eggrow and give them time to find their Fabas, you just lose. And there's nothing you can do about it. And a big part of that is them labbing you turn 1 and then seeing if you can respond. Because if they lab you turn 1 and you don't draw out of it, then it's just like, okay, well, I get to set up another basic and now I win. Whee! It's very annoying to deal with. And now onto our very big consistency line. 4 Ultra, 4 Quick. 8 Ball Search is perfect in this deck. It's great. 4 Treasure. It's perfect in this deck. This is a Compressor Alliant deck. 3 Mail, 3 Compressor. A lot of lists are running 4 Mail Double Catcher. while I don't disagree with that sentiment, it's a lot more consistent. I think it's excess consistency. I don't think it's necessary. So one of those spots is going to the Faba. The other spot is going to Town Map. This is a card that I came up, again, I guess I need to put it out there since nobody knows that I'm the one that created Koffing for this deck. This is my tech. I came up with this tech. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. It is very, very good in Roxie, and let me tell you why it's good in Roxie. Town Map lets you, you can figure out what you prized with one ball search item. Any deck search at all lets you figure out what you prized, but that doesn't help you with this deck, because if you prize Koko Prism or Double Dragons, or like a one of, like Guzma or Catcher, you need to find them. Like, there's a lot of situations where you need to map out your prizing. I won a tournament recently. I think it was only like a 27-man tournament or something. It's on Limitless, like the Underground Expanded #1. I won a game against Baby Blounds, even though I prized 3 Double Dragon Energies and did not take a single prize the entire match. I won because they milled themselves. I kept inning them and linearing for the pressure. And then I eventually won off a single Distort, after they ran themselves out of energy going down to 1 prize. But I still prized 3 Double Dragon Energy that game, and had I not, I could have gone in a lot earlier and not risked losing the game. And not just, I know that's a bad example because Baby Blounds isn't a very good deck in Expanded, but you have to understand that when you prize Double Dragons, multiple Double Dragons even, and Koko Prism, or even not even both, like if you prize either or, it's just very not fun, because there are a lot of matchups where you do need all 4 Double Dragon. Like Cole, Polt, the Mirror, probably Peak. You definitely need all 4 Double Dragons in quite a few matchups, and you pretty much always need 3. And discarding 1 early, or in prizing 1, or just prizing 2 in general, you don't want to prize Double Dragons. The biggest reason this card is here is prizing Double Dragons and prizing Koko Prism. Because I've been saying this for literal months. Roxie loses to prizing more than any matchup ever could beat it. Roxie always loses to prizing more than anything else. So, mapping out your prizes makes a huge difference in the game, whenever things are prized. And another neat thing about this card that you might be questioning to yourself right now is, does it work with Chaotic Order? And the answer is yes. Chaotic Order doesn't specify you have to take 2 face-down prize cards. It doesn't specify take 2 prize cards after the effect of this attack. It just says take 2 prize cards. And since the first part of the attack is to flip your prizes face up, the second part should always work with Town Map. If it doesn't, then it's a bug, but it does. It does work with Town Map. So you can Town Map early, and then you can still Chaotic Order for game later in the game, right? So, other than that, our one-ofs are like Stretcher, the Field Blower, and the aforementioned Great Catcher that is usually played as a 2-of. Now, again, I don't think 2 is bad. I think 2 is actually quite good in this deck. I just think it's unnecessary. Like, it's added consistency. There is no world where consistency is bad. That being said, I think there is such a thing as too much consistency when it takes away some of your tech space. And I don't really consider Great Catcher a tech because you use it pretty much every game. And other than that, we just, your 2 Scoop Up Net. It lets you scoop up bad starters like Koffing and Egg. It lets you reuse Zig. It's a very good card that I think, I'm pretty sure I'm the one that made the original list that played the nets, right? Because up until somebody took my list to a tournament, which was an Atlas tourney, I think it was also the first tournament where Poltguard made its appearance. Up until that point, people were still all running Weezing. People were running an outdated list with Weezing, Jolteon-GX, and Comfy. So, there's the list. The energy count hasn't changed. 4 Double Dragon, 3 Lightning. It's a very consistent energy count. You always max Double Dragon, and you could get away with 2 Lightning, but prizing 1 sucks. And there are a lot of situations where you do it just manually attach Lightning, which will usually be like turn 1, later in the game if one of your attacker isn't dying. Because I think you always attach Lightning before Double Dragon, just in case your opponent's playing Energy Disruption. Or even then, if they in you out of the double dragon, it's like, okay, I have my final lightning down, my third lightning. The other two are either in play or in discard. If I get into any energy, it's always a double dragon, whereas if you attach the double dragon first and risk the energy hate, even if they don't play it, even if they don't play any energy denial, you risk getting into of course, another double dragon, which, yes, is an energy that you can attack with, but worst case scenario, that other double dragon goes down, and all of a sudden, you don't have any more to attack with. Although that's going a little too in-depth, because that's very rarely the case. Usually, just attaching lightning is safer than attaching double dragon. That's the baseline of the argument. So, I will be playing against my friend Ryan, who will be playing Cole and the Mirror. So, Ryan, you there?
Hello.
Hello. I will be sending you the match request now.
Okie doke. I'm playing Cole, right?
Cole or the Mirror. I want to play both of them throughout the video, but either order.
We'll start with Cole.
Okay. Up. Game shitting itself? No, there we go.
We out here, we vibing.
Damn. Okay, so I should point out that Roxie always wants to go first or second. You can always attack going second, and going first never gets you any advantage other than just manually attaching an energy in the case that Koko Prism is prized. So hopefully going first, we get to find out turn 1 if Koko Prism is in there or not. And what do you know? Oh, Koko Prism is there. Okay. I thought it was prized for a second. So Ryan knows this. A lot of my Twitch viewers know this. Usually when I go first, the Koko Prism happens to be prized all the time. It is very funny.
It's more surprising when it's not.
See? Definitely. So we can mail here. I have quite a few really good options off this mail. Although I do think the best one is to get the Quick Ball.
You can turn a Quick Ball into a full board state and set up for next turn with Roxie.
That is very true. I don't know why my mic is giving me more feedback than it should. I guess I should turn down the sensitivity a little. There we go. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I was peeking into the red a little bit. So hopefully that'll stop. So I'm going to play this Swell. Cole also plays Swell, but playing mine means that they always have a dead card in deck that they get to discard. And I think there's an argument for propping my egg here and then Ultra Balling for something. But I could also just pass. Yeah, I'll just pass here.
Sounds fair.
Okay, so the game plan against Cole is that if possible, I always want to Gust and KO a Colossal turn 2 or turn 1, depending on, basically before they can evolve. And if I do give them a turn to evolve, if they ever try to stack energy, then I probably just GG end it, so I don't have to go through a big giant attacker. There's a lot of ways you can play around Cole in this matchup. Another way is that I can start gusting and killing the slugs with Sonic Volume, which cuts off 8 out of their 10 to 11 energies. So him discarding a stone energy is really interesting here. Looks like he will be hammerheading me turn 1. Yes, he will. Okay. Now that is a kind of nutty top deck. We'll see, though. We'll see. So off of this Ultra Ball, I'm definitely getting Bat. I also want to Zigping the Cole. And I think it's fair for me to attach the float to the Giratina-Chomp here, but I could also attach it to either of the other bench guys. I think the best option is probably just the Koffing, because if I do miss Guzma, I can just kill this Landorus. Interesting, interesting. Well, I hit another Ultra Ball and an Energy. So if I were greedy, I'd Ultra Ball for Dedenne. But I also think that's incorrect. So it's looking like I might just have to go KO this Landorus turn 1. Let's Ultra Ball away these two first. I'm going to go ahead and get Lele. I can Lele for the Roxie here. Now, unfortunately, because I don't have the Koko Prism or the energy down, if I Scoop Up Net this Koffing, I will be throwing away one of my retreat options. But I think that's less relevant because if I have the Scoop Up Net in hand, I can also Scoop Up Net my Zig. So I think I do just Roxie away Egg and then the other Zig in my hand. And it looks like we're going to be hitting the stones today. We'll be getting the Koko Prism off this Koko. Or I said Koko Prism off this Quick Ball, not Koko. So I can Scoop Up Net the Zig here. I can also comp search for another attacker. So I think a big question is, do I want the Sudowoodo down to prevent him from benching a bunch of things? And I think the answer is yes. So I don't think I discard the Pseudo here, but I also do not have any other better targets here. Except for a Versus Seeker, I guess. But I think if I have a full bench anyway, I don't need Sudowoodo. So I either get the other Giratina-Chomp or I get the Guznag here. I think there is a better argument for getting the Guznag purely because it can heal itself and make it harder for Cole to KO. To 2-shot specifically. And I mean, it gives me both of my GX options on board. So I can do that. I can pop the Koko Prism. And unfortunately, I do have to swing with the Giratina-Chomp here because with the Stone Energy on the Landy, I cannot KO with Guznag even with the 1 damage ping. So we do have to Zig ping the active. I will be able to just retreat in Calamity Slash though. Taking 2 prizes. And unfortunately, my dumbass did not prize check turn 1. So I don't know how many energy are prized, and I don't know if any supporters are prized. That's something you should always do, by the way. Don't be like me. Don't forget to prize check. Prize checking is the one of the most important skills in this game. It's really far up there. He'll be smooth braining into another card that he can instruct for. He's gonna be an in. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that in wasn't bad. It wasn't that good, but I did get a draw supporter off of it. Now, unfortunately for Ryan, oh, he did hit a Cole. But I don't think it's likely that he hit an energy. Oh, he did. It was an Acerola. Unfortunate. So I can just attach the other double dragon here. And I think Muscle Band is also a pretty good attachment to make. Although, with him having Max Pot and... Well, it's not possible for him to KO next turn. So... Damn. I think I attached the Guznag. I think that's the safest attachment for the Muscle Band. So drawing Compressor, I can actually prize check. I can discard my other Compressor. I did indeed prize a Lightning. And I think I've seen all of my other supporters. Correct. So I didn't prize any supporters. I think I prized Ball Searches. No, I prized one Quick. Okay. So a Quick, a Lightning. Ooh, possibly another important card that I can't think of. Yeah, I don't think my prizes are that bad, actually. So I can just swing here. So him having Smooth over Double Guru means that he can get any card, and then Acerola, and then use the second Guru to put the energy on top. So he can indeed just undo this entire turn. And it looks like he's going to do just that. And that is exactly what he's going to do. He's going to swing back into the Teen Chomp. Now, unfortunately, I am in a position to where I need to do something. Which is one of two options. I could just keep swinging. Or I can GG end. And I want to say the correct option is to keep swinging. So I'm going to Ultra Ball away Exeggcute and Faba here. I'm going to get the Koffing. I will prop. And I'll versus Seeker for the Roxie. So we are thinning our deck by a lot. But it should be fine. We drew the Town Map, which is pretty decent.
Best card in the deck, by the way.
Very much so. Yeah. Oh, duh, we prized the other egg. I noticed that and just forgot it was prized.
Oh boy. I need a lot this turn.
I believe it, dude. Okay. I think my best option is just to swing here. Looking at the position that Ryan is in, I think... Oh, well, him evolving that second Cole sucks for me.
Yeah. I think that's just probably the best maneuver.
This low-key kind of sucks for me because you can just heal off all this damage. I think a big swing in this matchup is whether or not Cole needs to have bench support mons like Dedenne or Lele.
Yeah, I purposefully made it so I didn't do that. I'm looking for a very specific prize, and I did not receive it.
Well, what do I do here? God, my timer running is not helping. Because this game is trying to rush me. But I do have a game plan.
Oh, okay. I see.
Do you now?
Yeah, I see what you're going for.
I misplayed. I had the other net in my hand and I was supposed to play it. Oops.
Ah, yes. That would have helped.
Let's get this.
Okay. So I have to...
Yeah, not being able to deal with the Macargo and there's a big coal in front of me is very difficult.
Yeah, I had hoped so.
I also think I probably misplayed by not jet piercing. But I kind of really wanted that energy. But also, given the fact that I forgot to scoop up net the Zig and then ping the benched coal, that was probably the best play I had.
I think I have to do this, and I have to kind of high roll.
Really?
Yep, I didn't get there. Oh, yikes.
How come you would max pot with 10 damage?
I max potted with 10 damage because it's harder for you to checkmate next turn if I'm able to attack this turn, but I'm not.
I think you would have checkmated if you did attack and just didn't max pot.
Yeah, maybe.
Especially since you had the
Maybe
in.
I was just thinking too far ahead.
I think you were.
Are we doing best of 3?
We can, but I kind of want to just get the 2 games in.
Alright.
Cool. Yeah, I definitely think the play there was to just in me and then smooth over an energy. And then just swing. Because at that point, all you needed was a second strong energy or a DNC to KO anything on my board. And you could have gotten there.
I'll have to watch it back. I don't remember exactly what I was thinking. There's so much sequencing.
There is a lot of sequencing with Cole. It is a very hard deck to play sometimes.
I need to get better with it.
It's fun. When it sets up, I feel like it wins every game that it actually sets up.
Roxie is still tough.
It's true. Speaking of Roxie, I believe this is a mirror.
Yeah.
My hand is kind of out there.
Mine is like good, but gotta be this. Yep, same.
Am agree. I don't want to say it favors the person going first, but if you get an attachment turn 1, the person going first does have somewhat of an advantage because they can put off using Koko Prism for longer.
Yeah.
I think the only way to truly gain an advantage going second is if I get 2 Koko Prism targets on board. But also because I'm going second, both of those Prism targets have to be Tina Chomps.
Right.
So it's pretty much 3 cards I need to have not prized. That's another thing about going first is that you get the Noibat.
Yeah.
That is the Koko Prism. Ooh, Jesus Christ. It's going in, boys.
Best card in the deck.
Best card in the deck. Let's see what's prized. Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, slightly.
Well, this trainer's mail is pretty terrible.
I kind of went greedy and I'm getting punished, but it depends on my top deck.
Yeah, I think I just have to quick ball for Tina Chomp here. Okay, I did prize Koko Prism this game.
I'm glad to hear that.
Ooh, Jesus Christ. Koko Prism and 2 double dragons. Thank God I play Town Map. This is why we played this card. If I had the deck knowledge I did before mailing, I definitely would have gotten the Juniper off the mail and then just Lele for Faba.
That's understandable.
Unfortunately, I do not have anything good to discard off of this. I have to discard this. And that is going to be a pass from me.
Oh, top deck and comp search. You'll love to see it, bud.
Oh no, I have a feeling I'm going to get KO'd.
You might.
I believe it. It's Roxie, it pops off. The deck does what the deck do.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Very scary. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Great Catcher Muscle Band Net.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me. Imagine not even needing the Koko Prism. Jesus Christ.
Nice deck.
I agree. It is a nice deck.
That was probably the best 6 cards off Roxie I've ever seen in my entire life.
I believe it. Oh, well, we're about to get bent the fuck over. Oh, God, why? Oh my god, you had the Noivern too! What the fuck is this game?
This was ridiculous.
That's
Oh my
fine.
God. This was actually dumb.
I don't even lose here. We're fine.
Oh, you could definitely knock me out.
I mean, Cocoa Prism's prize, so I can't knock you out.
Oh, that's true.
But, I can go Faba Energy. And then hope you don't have another DDE. Man, not seeing my eggs sucks.
I should have taken Faba off prizes there. But if I don't know that you're gonna Faba, then I take the N in case I get End, right? So.
Probably.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh no. You're lying. You're lying, Ryan.
It's nuts.
You are lying to my face. Fuck, dude. I'm about to run out of options.
Just for the record, this is the same 60.
I wish I had N. I do not. Okay. I do get to quick ball for this, I guess. This is looking like some mad poop right now. Straight Duke.
I think based on what's in my hand, you are checkmated.
Probably. I mean, do you just have double dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I have time for one more. Let's run that Roxy game back a minute.
Go second.
If I can't beat my own 60 in the mirror, I am a terrible Roxy player. But goddamn, those draws were insane.
I drew the stones. I also top decked Comp Search, so.
Oh, that's true, you did. My hand, if I didn't start egg, this hand would be fucking nuts.
I'm not gonna lie. I might have it. I might have it.
Oh, fuck, I forgot this can donk my egg! You need 3 out of the 4 cards.
Do I go for it, though?
Yes.
I guess it depends on what this gets.
Oh, fuck me in the asshole. You can absolutely go for it.
I got both in deck.
How many scoop up nets?
I got both and both.
Fuck, dude. If you have another ball search card in hand.
What I don't have is Dedenne. So I would have to bat. Well, that's not too bad.
Oh, this is not looking good. This is not a good look. My game is lagging hard right now.
Oof. Yeah, that's not it.
Big Whiff GX.
Yes, sir.
Yes! I get to play the game! Dude, okay. So, I was gonna say, my hand right now is double quick, double mail, Roxie DDE.
Oh, man.
Yeah. If I started anything but the egg.
You know what's cool about going first is you can prize Coco and it doesn't really matter.
You love to see it. You love to
Just,
see
like,
it.
trying to figure out exactly what I'm doing with this. This can probably go.
You always just ditch like the combination of Faba Swell Compressor, right?
Well, Faba's in my hand.
Oh, okay, that works.
Okay, so my prizes are actually a little unfortunate right now.
Are you getting some Game 1 gum vibes?
It's less than ideal.
How many double dragons?
It's not that, it's just Pokemon. Pokemon that I would like to not prize.
Gotcha, gotcha. Alright. If I can mail into Compressor, I can die happy. That's almost there.
If DAA isn't prized, I guess I could probably get there, but...
Mail into Compressor.
Ended my gas.
So I could Town Map here. Let's go for it. Let's see what's prized. Holy God!
Interesting.
4 out of 7 energy and the Lele and a Roxie target. What the fuck? That's so bad. Holy shit.
That is something else.
Okay. That is not what I want to see prized. You know what? I think I can... Well, no, I like having this. Even with those prizes, this still might be a pop-off.
Fair enough. Yeah, like, considering you found the energy already, it's not actually that bad.
Correct. I could also Dedenne into it.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get the Noibat out of there, so losing that's pretty sad.
Do I have the KO? No, I do not, because I don't have another ball search in hand. Unfortunate.
Oh, rip.
Okay. I can Compressor here. Oh, wait, another Compressor. Or no, I can get rid of, like, Faba energy in. I think this is a safe discard. Sorry, doing math in my head real quick. Yeah. Okay, yeah. No, I have the stones.
Oh, bummer.
Not the KO on the bench thing, but a KO next turn.
Yep. Now I have to go in.
You do have to go in. I'm so glad we play this card so I can map out my double dragons. Because that is sick nasty.
Yep. I'm just kind of doing that. Okay. Neat.
Oh, let's see him. Let's see him. Aww. Uh-oh.
There you go. Feast your eyes.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
It's not as bad as mine. I would argue that it would be worse than mine if I was able to get the turn 1 KO, but I didn't.
I actually don't think that I have this.
Really?
Wait, 2 pings gets me there, right?
3.
3 pings. Yeah. I am short. 10 short. And I believe that is me losing.
Most likely correct. Yeah, it was the fact that you had to Juniper that turn. I feel like if you went Lele for Faba... Or no, Faba's in discard, never mind.
I had a Faba, I just couldn't draw towards anything. The issue is having Dedenne prized. I can't do anything, I can't draw.
Okay, well, seeing that I used Coco Prism already and seeing how many energy are in my prizes, I think the correct thing there was just Faba and save Juniper. And then just linear the active.
I had pretty good outs to get there, though. Like, pretty good, even if that is prize. Like, I just whiffed 2 Trainer's Mails.
That's fair.
Off a 7-card Juniper.
Either way, though, like, still, seeing the fact that Coco Prism's gone 2 double dragons are prized, I still think you always Faba there.
That is a fair, yeah, that is fair.
Because you're stopping me from drawing more double dragons by getting rid of the ones on board already. I think I disagree with that. I think I would reverse the pings. I would think that you zig the bench and hit the active. Unless you have Muscle Band in hand.
Well, if I had that, I would have had Knockout.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Exactly. Yeah, so I would have just swung into the active with linear. That way that guarantees the KO next turn if you did have the other energy. Although I don't really want to attach that. I will. Let's go slash. Fuck, and I want to look at my discard. Are you able to see my discard, Ryan?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
What supporters are in discard?
Roxie and Juniper Faba.
Both Roxie?
Just one.
Thank you. And yeah. Because I was debating grabbing Lele or Energy, depending if the second one was there or not. Yep.
Oh my god, dude. That's so unlucky.
The blower does sort of matter. Okay. How many energies do you have in discard? Only one. Damn. I don't think I can get there this turn.
I think Day is so bad. Day and Coco. That's just a bad combo.
Yeah.
One without the other, fine. But having both is like pretty rough.
Okay, so I could draw cards here, or I could Lele for Guzma and swing.
Oh,
Which
can you just Guzma?
Oh, wait a minute, I can kill Bat for game. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I forgot that I killed the Noibat.
GG's.
GG's. Well, we both lost a prize in one game, so it further proves my point that being able to map those prizes matters a lot. Town Map is just Town Map is so good in Roxie. I think without Town Map there, I definitely would have lost the game. Because I don't think I would have gone for the KO not knowing where the Double Dragon energies were. Still, pricing 4 energy is insane.
That's wild.
Anyways, thank everybody for watching. Go check out my Twitch. Go check out Ryan's Twitch. Both links will be in the description. And peace out.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.